High-paid analyst from Wedbush Securities says Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be rushed out this year. High-paid analyst from Test Gaming, me, says no. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Montoya. Will the failure, rather the poor performance of Fallout 76 push Bethesda to rush out Elder Scrolls 6 in 2019? This guy says yes. I say no. Let's take a look at what he has to say. First of all, Wedbush Securities is a privately held financial services firm based in Los Angeles. Rich Jablonski and Gary Wedbush are appointed as co-presidents. That's Jablonski, not Jablinski, which is Jack Black's new and very cool YouTube channel.
Hails to the yells.
So, what lies ahead for 2019? He's made a couple of predictions, some of which I think are very strange, some of which are very, very doable. Let's take a look at some of them before we get to the Elder Scrolls ones. First of all, two major announcements from Take-Two. Ubisoft will include Splinter Cell, Watch Dogs, and Rainbow Six, okay? Activision will make Overwatch and Blackout free to play. Yeah, I think Overwatch could use that. That'll be great for Overwatch to try get in on some of Fortnite's action if they can go free to play that way. Respawn will launch two titles, Titanfall 3 and a new Star Wars game. Please, Titanfall 3, yes. I recently played Titanfall 2 and really, really enjoyed it. It is such a good game. Really good. If you do get a chance, try Titanfall 2. And if Titanfall 3 does come across, very much for that. Nintendo will make a fully handheld version of the Switch at $199. I don't think so. The current version is fully handheld. Why would they cannibalize their existing product, which is still selling at full price? There were no Black Friday deals, no Christmas deals. Full price, still selling, most popular. That would cannibalize the sales. I don't think so. I disagree. But here's the one I want to talk about. Elder Scrolls 6 coming in 2019. The flop of Fallout 76 makes a hit more essential for Bethesda. And I expect them to accelerate development of Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah. I will have to strongly disagree with that, Mr. Patchner. Here's the thing. It's true. The failure, or rather poor performance of Fallout 76 will make Bethesda, will rather speed up the understanding of what their consumers want and will put up with. Fallout 76 was kind of thrown at us to go, here you go, enjoy, and everyone lost their minds because it was a rocky launch. I do expect Fallout 76 to be one of the most improved games of 2019 as new patches and DLCs are coming down soon. But the lessons learned from that will obviously carry very well. Now, games as a service is the trend in the industry, and Bethesda knows this. That's why Fallout 76 was thrown out there as the example for it. Now, here's the thing. The game engine itself, creation engine, is just not cutting it in the current form. Yes, the textures are a bit better here. Yes, the draw distances are better. Yes, the weather and climate looks nice, but it doesn't cut out when you have a game for $60 like Red Dead Redemption coming out, when you have Cyberpunk coming out, which is going to be spectacular, when you have Squadron 42 coming out, the Star Citizen single-player campaign in 2020. These games are all cutting edge. They look spectacular. It is generations above what the current creation engine from Bethesda is putting out. If anything, Bethesda will have to focus this year on improving creation engine to the point where it's not, I don't think they can get on par with what modern engines do, but bring it up to speed at least. So on the MMO part of it, I think they'll have it nailed down in 3 to 6 months based upon the experience from Fallout. But on the graphic part of it, you know, it's going to be a tough one. I think creation engine is going to have a no, they can't leave. A lot of people are saying leave the engine, go to a new engine. They won't do that. But what they'll do is pretty much what CIG did for Star Citizen. And as they started off on CryEngine, but when CryEngine couldn't cut it, they branched off onto Lumberyard. Now, there's no branching off of creation engine, but instead they're going to be sticking modules on and patches on. And to make it all work and make it look pretty is going to take the most of 2019. So I am not hopeful for the Elder Scrolls in 2019. I think they have a lot of work to do with the engine to bring up to par to be what is acceptable in light of things like Cyberpunk, which they'll be going up against. Yeah, so 2020 for Elder Scrolls, definitely. On a related note, and kind of sad news, The composer from Morrowind and Skyrim says he has not been approached to work on Elder Scrolls 6, which is kind of sad. Jeremy Soule is his name. The reason for this is possibly that in 2016, Soule criticized Bethesda for using his music in a Skyrim concert without telling him, meaning the performances were transcriptions of his work. For the record, this concert has nothing to do with me, nor are they using any of my original scores, the composer said at the time. They had to transcribe whatever notion they are performing by ear from the recordings. Based upon his interactions with Bethesda, and he goes on to say, this is a flawed process as transcriptions are always fraught with errors. This, people are saying, caused some friction, and they have not approached him to work on Elder Scrolls 6. Now, it's very possible that he is under NDA and has to deny it. If he was under NDA and wasn't allowed to say anything, he'd say no comment. But no comment means yes, in most cases. But what is more likely is the Fallout composer, Einon Zur, who also did the soundtrack for the Elder Scrolls Blades, which is the mobile game, which I have not touched and never will touch, is possibly the one who's working on Elder Scrolls 6. So kind of sad news there, but at the same time, I do believe that other talented composers can pick up the ball. So let's wrap up this video with that. What do you think? Can Creation Engine be patched up to the point where it does compete with modern engines graphically? It is very, very unlikely that they will leave Creation Engine, so they will be using it for Elder Scrolls 6. 2019? I don't know. 2020? Very likely. Let me know your thoughts below. As always, if you enjoy this content, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.